So welcome friends. In this video we'll look at the specific deductions in computing the business income. In computing the business income, specific deductions we can classify that into 100%, more than 100%, expenses which are spread over a period of time. So in this video we're going to look at the expenses which are going to be spread over a period of time. So what are the relevant sections? The relevant sections, as you can see, plus there are certain expenses which are spread over a 5-year period, which are 35D, which is for preliminary expenses, 35DD, which is for merger or demerger expenses, 35DDA, which provides for reduction for VRS payments, and 3619, which provides for reduction in respect of capital expenditure on promotion of family planning. So these are the sections which are going to be available over a period of 5 years. There are other sections which are spread over the period of asset or liability, as the case may be. For example, if there is a discount on zero coupon bonds, that is going to be spread over the period of months. Now similarly, if there is a telecommunication license fee is paid or spectrum fee is paid, then the spectrum fee or telecommunication license fee is going to be spread over the period of license. So those are the two sections, 35A and 36.133A or III to put it differently. So just we'll once again look at the expenses which are available over period of time section wise. 35A expenditure for any expenditure of a capital nature paid for acquiring telecom license. 35D preliminary expenses. 35DD merger or demerger expenses. 35DDA VRS payments, and 3619 capital expenditure on promotion of family planning. So first we'll discuss about the telecom license fee, a sector which is in the news for some right or wrong reasons. Now 35A provides reduction in respect of license fee paid. For acquiring license, you have to pay a lump sum fee as well as a revenue sharing. So this section will apply when any lump sum amount or any expenditure of a capital nature is incurred by telecom companies for operating telecom services. So telecom services is a sector which is regulated in India. It's not a free business. Not anyone can start. You need to get a license from the government, then only you can start the business. The amount of license fee paid is what is going to be allowed as reduction under 35A provided it is of a capital in nature. So these are the telecom companies which are right now operating. These two have already been merged now. So for the purpose of this section, we can subdivide the discussion like this: expenditure qualifying for reduction and the quantum of reduction. That's going to be our first discussion. Implications for delay in the commencement of business, because you cannot start the telecom business as soon as you get the license. Possibly some of you may be aware of, you could have seen in many places they will put OFC Geo, OFC Airtel, OFC BSNL, which is nothing optic fiber cable of the respective telecom companies. Again, you have seen in many places there will be a tower will be there. So therefore you need to construct towers. You need to put a lot of fiber cables to make it operate, which cannot happen overnight. So therefore I get the license. Only when I get the license I will do this. Without getting the license I cannot first put the cable. No permission will be given by any person for to put the cable unless you are a license holder to operate the services. So therefore normally there will be a delay in the commencement of business. You can't get the license and start up and running from day one. So therefore the delay in the commencement of business, will it alter the reduction of 35A? The answer is yes. That we will see in the second part. Implications for delay the payment of license fee. Possibly you will be aware of if you are watching the telecom as such. The existing companies are also want to defer the payment of license fee. So therefore in case the government gives them more time to make the payment, the license fee could be X amount. That X amount could be paid over a period of time. So therefore, if there is a delay in the payment of a license fee, will it impact the claim of reduction of the income tax act? The answer is yes. That we'll see how it's going to impact. And as I said, the Vodafone idea got merged. So what are the implications of such merger? So whether after the merger Will the license fee continue to be allowed? If yes, in whose hands it's going to be allowed? That will be our next discussion. So can you also claim depreciation? Since you're going to claim deduction of 35A and this is available for capital expenditure, can you also claim deduction for depreciation also? And the last but not the least, what will happen if the telecom license is sold? So either completely it is sold, or instead of completely sold, certain circles, if it is sold, what will happen? If they sell the complete telecom license, then it is called as sale of entire license. If only some circles are sold, then it is going to be called as a sale of part of a license. So our discussions in the coming slides will be broadly divided into these factors. Let's first look into what are the expenditure qualifying for deduction. So any capital expenditure incurred for acquiring any right to operate telecommunication services will be allowed as deduction. So therefore, 35A is available for capital expenditure incurred on acquiring a right to operate. So what are the expenditure? The expenditure can be incurred either before the commencement or after the commencement. Now I first apply for 2 circles. I get the license for 2 cycles, start running the business. After that, I want to expand to pan India. So therefore, the expenditure you can get initially for few cycles, then you can extend for all the telecom circles. That is what the section says. The expenditure can be incurred either before or after the commencement of business also. Then the last but not least, amount actually paid will be allowed over the period of license. That's what is interesting there. Amount actually paid. One very important point you must understand in business income. Normally the word paid in business income means paid or payable. I don't have to pay. If I follow mercantile base of accounting, paid means payable. If I follow cash base of accounting, paid means actually paid. But in this section, before the word paid, section uses about amount actually paid. So unless you pay the license fee, you will not get the deduction. That is why in the previous slide, I was also talking about what will be the implications if there is a delay in the payment of license fee or if there is a deferment in the payment of license fee. Will that have an impact on the claim? Obviously the answer is yes, because I am going to be allowed deduction only on payment basis. So in this context, we will discuss what are the implications of delay in the commencement of the business or delay in the payment. Let's assume for a moment I get a telecom license this year, which is previous year 1920. I paid 1,000 crores of license fee. So what if I start the business after 2 years? Unless I am going to start the telecom business, the question of me getting a business income under section 28 does not arise. If there is no business income under section 28, the question of applying section 29, which deals with the computation of business income, that does not arise. And section 29 says income from business shall be computed as per the provisions of section 30 to 43D. So therefore, if I am not going to have section 28, 29 will not apply. So therefore, the question of claiming deduction to 35A does not arise. So therefore, 35A will be available only in the year in which I start my telecom business. But when the government gives a license to me, they will say you will get a 10 years license from 1st March 2020. That means my license will expire on 28th of February 2030. That is going to be expiring. But if I am not going to get the deduction in the first and second year, because of even though I have got the license, I have not yet started the business. So when I get after 2 years, the question which arises now, how will you claim? Since 2 years have already elapsed, so what the section says, when you start getting deduction for the first time from the year of commencement of business, from the denominator, reduce the number of years elapsed. How many years have elapsed in my example? 2 years. Therefore, the 1,000 crores instead of being available for a period of 10 years will be available by 1,000 divided by 10 minus 2, 8. That means from 2 years hence, from now, I'll get 125 crores reduction for a period of 8 years. So therefore, what 35A tries to do is, it keeps the numerator's amount actually paid, the denominator is number of years license. If there is a delay in the commencement of the payment, we adjust the denominator so that during the period of amortization, you get all the deduction.